Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our first student speaker, our valedictorian, William Haynes.
Thank you, Mr. Giangrosso. Well, congratulations, class of 2016. We really must pat ourselves on the back. We've survived the exams, the early mornings, and the daily walks of dress code castigation through our English hallway. The administration has asked me to reiterate that there will be a separate line for those whose gowns that do not comply with the fingertip rule, that there will be an exception to the school's no headwear policy just for this evening. But all kidding aside, something important to realize is that even though there are 3.2 million other high school seniors graduating this year as well, the commonality of the diploma we're about to receive in no way detracts from its value. For there are very few things more valuable than the transformation it signifies. If we think back to the good old days of our freshman year, back when most of us rode the bus to school and you had to be dropped off in the carpool line for Sadie's, we were naive. We had a narrower lens for how the world works, and often oversimplified reality as a means of comfort and understanding. Throughout high school, we have gained lots of knowledge, but this knowledge can seem pointless if all we see it for is a bunch of useless facts and figures that hold little light in our everyday lives. Although the individual acts of memorizing Shakespeare, studying the history of the Civil War, and analyzing derivatives have had a small impact on who we are as people, collectively, they have helped us to develop a more mature outlook on life and discover our own individual identities. And that is what high school has really been about. When you think about it, our high school careers have been strikingly similar to the presidential race this past year. It started out a little awkward, but eventually we found our footing, defied all odds, and through a strong and unique attitude, ended up making it to the top. However, unlike with the presidential candidates, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that the class of 2016 will make America great again. But now, as we finish this chapter, we have to look to the future. This evening, I would like to encourage us towards 3 specific virtues. So I say these to myself and all of us as we finish this chapter and begin the next. The first virtue we should aspire to is humility. I encourage us all to live humble lives, for only when we are humble can we truly grow in character. We will embrace so many great things over the next few years: college degrees, graduate degrees, career paths, and life decisions. But we will be much better served by these things if we remember how fortunate we are, how thankful we should be, and how so much of the good that comes to us in life is not because we were brilliant, strategic, or had the perfect plan, but because we had parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and mentors who made us who we are. And for that, we should be truly humble. Second, we should be lifelong seekers of wisdom. This virtue should not come from knowledge, even though knowledge is very important, but from an awareness of what life is really about, the goals we should strive for versus the goals that are less important. A wisdom that is bigger than our opinions, our narrow perspectives, and our tendency to see only what we are looking for rather than the many dimensions of true reality. Lastly, we need to live in the most profound reality I know of, and that's love. I'm not talking about the sappy, cheesy version of the word, but the version of the word that reinforces the structure of our world and exists at the core of our being. Let us be mindful that of all the jobs we will take on and of all the passions we will pursue, the dimension that is most important to all that we are as people is love. Love is what's real. Love is what lasts. Love is central to what we all share in today. A room full of family, friends, teachers, and classmates. So,